I wanted to do a video talking about what happens when you disrespect yourself in front of your sacred altar. So I've talked a lot about how valuable it is to have an altar of some sort, like an altar dedicated to gods, goddesses, your ancestors, some spiritually significant altar, which is your place of worship where you go to pray, meditate, and connect with spirit. And most of the time when you do this, it's best to carry a peaceful, harmonious energy so you can be open to hearing messages. But something that I forget to talk about is what happens if you show up to your sacred space with negative energy towards yourself. So if you come in a bad mood and you're speaking negatively to yourself out loud or internally, if you're doing something to disrespect yourself, I think a good example would be if you happen to have someone with you in front of your altar, like a friend or someone you're close to, and you have an argument in front of the altar where the person disrespects you, or just you're carrying a lot of negative energy in front of that space. That can be very harmful because your altar acts as a portal, a way for you to connect with spirit. It literally opens whenever you connect and intend to connect with spirit in that space, you're opening a portal. So if you're bringing negativity into that space, then you're attracting negative entities to come forth and connect with you. And when negative entities arrive, they can cause harm in the form of manipulating your mind or causing you to see things that are not so helpful for you. I personally experienced this last year. I was going through a difficult time in front of the altar and outside of time in front of the altar. I was just not pouring enough into my cup. I wasn't valuing my own time and space and being gentle and loving with myself. And as I was presenting that energy in front of the altar, I started seeing that my intuition was foggy and clear and not so clear, and I was becoming paranoid. And the spiritual signs that I would usually trust from loving spirits, I could tell were being twisted, and I was really having a sense of doubt with who I was connecting with, how valuable my gifts were. I was really spiraling into a negative space spiritually. So the energy that you present in front of the altar, it multiplies and it grows and it expands and it is seen and reflected in your reality. So that's why if you bring loving, peaceful energy, you will see more abundance and beauty in your life. But if you bring more harmful energy, then you will see that reflected in your life too. So be mindful and careful of who you're letting around your altar and how you are showing up in front of your altar.